Welcome to this episode of Breaking Out of the Box, the show that teaches you how to break down the walls that prevent you from progressing to become the best version of yourself. Here is your host, Dr. Jeffrey L. Fannin, neuroscientist, author, international speaker, and worldwide trainer.
If you're not familiar with Jim Rohn, let me acquaint you with him. He's one of the greatest rags to riches stories in this country. Jim spent his entire adult life giving back to humanity by teaching and lecturing about how to gain success in selling. He tried to teach people that they could be whatever they wanted to be. And Jim was an only child. He lived on a little farm in southwest Idaho and became to be considered by many in America the foremost business philosopher. I certainly consider him that. Let's listen to what Jim had to say about thought.
One of the major things Shove taught me when I met him, he said, poor thinking habits keeps most people poor. Not poor working habits. Most people work hard, but they don't think hard. And Shove taught me that the mind is like a factory, a mental factory. And whatever you think about all day long pours ingredients into this mental factory. And that's what builds the economic, social, financial fabric of your life. He quoted me a Bible phrase that says, as you think, so you become. How awesome. When he talked about poor thinking habits, he had me. I used to start the day reading the morning newspaper. I mean, you can believe that or not. I'd get a cup of coffee and read the paper. I'd load up on wars and riots and murders and stabbings and killings and bank robberies and muggings and car wrecks and tragedies. I'd even read the back pages. I seem to like that stuff for some weird reason. I'd load up on all that, and then I'd start the day. You can imagine the kind of days I used to have. The guy says, I want to be a great leader. Wonderful. The first thing we do is follow him to his house. When we get there, we walk in and check his library, number one. Somebody says, well, why check his library? The reason is because what a man reads pours massive ingredients into his mental factory, and the fabric of his life is built from those ingredients. You would not believe what some people have got in their house to read. You would not believe. One of the best dressed up words I know for a lot of it is trash. Can you imagine dumping a barrel of trash into this mental factory every day and coming out with a rich, dynamic, positive life? It can't be done. You might as well try making a cake with cement. The kids back in Danbury, Connecticut, high school, they're asking me questions one day. I'm talking to the kids. Kids got good questions these days. One of them said to me, Mr. Rohn, how do you build the good life? I said, it's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. Here's how you build anything. Select the right ingredients, keep out the wrong ingredients, and it starts with thought. Everything starts with thought. So you must be wise and careful what you think about, because that starts everything.
Very interesting about thought. And I like what Jim had to say in teaching us about what thought is, that everything begins with thought.
Thanks for joining us today for Breaking Out of the Box. Remember, good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. See you next time.